Happy New Year, you guys. I hope that each and every one of you had an amazing Christmas. I wish the best for 2025. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like the last few years have been very challenging. I've had a lot of loss. My dad, my best friend. So I'm hoping that 2025 is going to be an amazing one, or at least an improvement. I'm going to do a little video just letting you know what my goals are. I really don't make New Year's resolutions, but just go a little bit over my channel. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for hitting 3,000 subscribers. So that will be coming up shortly. But today I want to create a look with the Pantone color of the year, which is Mocha Mousse. And sometimes the Pantone color is just very colorful or something that is really not up my alley, but this one is absolutely up my alley. So I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of new products that I purchased, new releases, and also there's a little bit of a PR that I received from Merit. They sent me their new blushes, which are already available, and I will link them below. Haven't tried them. It's the first time I'm going to try them today. I do love their cream blushes, and I own just about, I think, every shade that they already had. Some I received in PR, but most of them I purchased them myself. So anyways, I've already done my brow pencil. I am going to be using, this is not new, the NYX is called the Brow Glue. It's not new to the market, but it's new to me. It's the first time that I'm going to use it. I'm also going to start out with the new Milani Conceal and Perfect Blurred Out Skin Tint Stick, and I'm going to be using this. This is a new release for them. I haven't tried it. This is the first time that I'm going to try it. It does come with a little cap, and it says to replace clear inner cap after every use, and that's always a good idea, regardless of whether it's a blush, a foundation, whatever product it is, because it would help it keep it fresh and not dry out. So I got mine in the shade Light Medium 07. I'm not going to use any primer today because I want to see how this works. And let me tell you a little bit about the claims for this foundation. It comes in 25 shades, which I think is really good for a skin tint. Usually skin tints, you don't have that many options. Swipe on a soft filter with Milani Conceal and Perfect Blurred Out Skin Tint. A buildable light to medium coverage skin tint with a natural soft matte second skin finish. It is ultra lightweight, silky formula, melts into the skin. Buildable light to medium coverage, perfect for no makeup. Natural soft matte blurred finish for a second skin look. Infused with muru butter to moisturize and nourish skin while supporting the natural barrier function. Easy to use, on the go format, no tools required, because I guess you can use your fingers. The benefits: it has vitamin C, rich guava fruit extract, antioxidant vitamin E, vegan and cruelty free, and it's made in Italy. So that's very, very nice. So like I said, I have mine in 07 medium, light medium. So we are going, oh, let me pull out a little more. Didn't pull out quite far enough. So we're going to see if we can build it. We're going to see how blurring it is. I have very enlarged pores. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. My forehead doesn't really need that much coverage on there because it really doesn't have like any kind of hyperpigmentation or anything like that. So I'm going to be using the Dalton. This is a foundation brush, and this is the one that was a collab with Jen Phelps. She had a set of brushes with them, and I purchased them at the time that they were released. So, I mean, you can still see my dark spots, but those are hard to cover. Even though I have to say that I have a few products that I've been using that have really been helping. And I'm just waiting. I like to use them a little longer before I give you a full review. But I think that they have faded some, which is always so nice. Be careful with my brows since I already did the pencil. So it doesn't really have a matte finish. It's not super glowy, but I would say it's like a natural satin finish. I'm going to try to build it up a little to see how well we can get it to cover my hyperpigmentation. It feels very creamy when you put it on. Doesn't feel drying at all. And I have one spot here. Let's see if we can cover that. But I think for a skin tint, it does a pretty good job. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. So I will leave in a pinned comment how it did after wearing it for at least 8 hours or more. I'll let you know in the comment exactly how long I wore this for. And if it faded, if it, you know, broke up in the skin, if it got super oily. I have, my skin is normal to a little oily and the T-zone, but not bad at all. It just gets like a little shiny, but it's really not bad. But I think that looks pretty good for skin tint. What do you think? I think it gave me a very good medium coverage. I can't complain about that. And I think that the shade is pretty good. I actually bought, I'm going to put a little more on my nose. I actually bought this at the store. I used up some reward points to purchase a couple of new releases. And yeah, I just went in there to look around and I said, you know what? I have reward points. So let's go ahead and use $125 of it. And it doesn't take long to spend that much money. But I did good. I only had to pay like $7 or something. That was the difference between what I spent after my reward points. Okay, before I put on my concealer, I'm going to use a little bit of this corrector by Sigma. And this is a Spectrum Color Correcting Duo. And this is medium to dark, which really is not that dark. So if you have a rich skin tone, I really don't see how this is going to work, because I don't feel like this is like that dark at all. So I'm just going to put a little bit like right here. And this is very hydrating, and that's the reason I like it. I have several of them that are hydrating, but I decided to use this one today because I haven't used it in a long time. But you guys know how I have been struggling with my under eyes lately. And I don't know if it's because my age is finally catching up with me, but I just feel like a lot of concealers don't look that nice on me after a while. But I have found some that have been working out. And also this is hydrating, so even though this is going to help me with covering my dark circles, because the concealer I'm going to use is not high coverage, it's also hydrating. Another thing that I've been using is I did a little bit of research and I wanted to find an eye cream that was really moisturizing. And I saw this one by COSRX. And this is the Advanced Snail Peptide Eye Cream. I really like this. Now, I'm not going to give you a full review because I've only been using it for like a week. But I feel that it works really, really well under my concealer. And it gives me that extra little hydration that I need in order for my concealer to look good. So the concealer that I'm going to be using today is the Tower 28. And this is in shade, I think it's 18. I will list everything below. And I'm just going to use... I'm trying to use as little as possible, because I think that also helps when you don't have a lot of product. I'm going to put a little bit right here where I have my dark, and right in that cavern. It always gets a little dark. I think the rest of it looks okay. I don't think I really... Let's lighten this up a little bit. I think like my age is finally saying, hey girl, you know, I'm sorry, but you're 69, so. So how has everyone been? I decided to take the week between, or after Christmas, and between Christmas and New Year's. Today's actually the 4th. When I'm filming this, I decided to take it off and just relax. I feel like Christmas to me is stressful. You know, there's a lot to do. I don't know. It's fun because of my grandkids. I'm not going to say I'm anti-Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I think that Christmas is a beautiful time of the year. but it can be very tiring and stressful. But my grandkids, I try to look at it through my grandkids' eyes, and you know, I still have young ones, like my 10-year-old granddaughter. She still believes in Santa. So I think that, you know, that's when Christmas is extra special, because, you know, I don't know, you look at it differently, right? The excitement is definitely different. So I'm a little one, the one that's 15 months old. She's, you know, she's a little too young, even though she does a good job of unwrapping gifts. So I'm just going to push this in with my finger. And about the only powder, if it's a concealer, I have a couple of concealers that I really don't need to set. But if it's one, like this one is a little dewy, it's very hydrating, but I feel that it looks better if you set it a little bit. So about the only powder I've been able to continue to use is the Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder. And I have this one in the light. And I've actually been wanting to get the one that is like a light pink. But I don't want to pay full price for it, because this thing has gone up in price so much since I first started using it. And as you can see, I've hit major pan. This is like the third one that I've gone through. So I'm just going to lightly set it. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I think this is about the only powder that works on me that really doesn't, my under eyes don't look like a road map. Yeah, this is what I'm going to use right now. And then for my face, Elf released this new powder called the Halo Glow Powder Filter Finishing Powder. So as I apply it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'll let you know. I used this once before. I'll let you know how I like it. So this is the powder. It does come, I believe, like in 12 shades. I'll tell you that in a second. It does have a mirror. It comes with a little powder puff. So let's apply a little bit of this, and then I'm going to tell you about the powder as I do. Ultra Fine Pressed Finishing Powder delivers light buildable coverage, helps blur the look of pores and reduce the look of excess oils for a soft, focused glow. Use it on its own to set and refresh makeup for long-lasting wear. It's crease resistant, includes velour puff and mirror for on-the-go touch-ups. Available in 12 flexible shades that work across all skin tones. Pairs well with Halo Glow liquid filter to create a look of an airbrush finish. Halo Glow's super powder create the focus finish of a social filter. With this pressed finishing powder, this ultra-fine formula helps blur the appearance of pores and reduce the look of shine for a naturally airbrush vibe. The lightest air setting powder delivers light, buildable coverage, no caking here, and is crease resistant. Wear it alone or use it to set and refresh makeup for a long-lasting glow. Okay, so I used this before. This does add a little bit of coverage, so it's not just a, you know, like a translucent, or it does say that it's a finishing powder, but to me other finishing powders are a little lighter than this, and I just find this is more than a finishing powder. I feel like it gives you more coverage, and it's a little heavier than your normal finishing powder. It does a good job of blotting your face if you get a little oily, but is it my favorite finishing powder? Probably not. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's not something that I would say you need to go run out and get this. I may change my mind as I use it more, but like if I'm using it while I'm applying my makeup, I think it's not convenient to be having to, you know, grab the product and then look in the mirror. I use this to touch up, but I didn't use to apply it because I think it applies too much. You can get a lighter application if you use a brush. It's not bad. I just don't think it's, I think I prefer the loose Halo Glow. So, but it's, again, it's not bad. I will use it a little more and review it in one of my favorites or fails videos, but for the time being, I just find it to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to use one of the new blushes, and there's 4 of them. This one is called Archival, Archival, A-R-C-H-I-V-A-L. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty. It's like a mauve pink. This one is Lusitano. This is like a coral. And these are minis. This one is Postmodern. Oh, this one's pretty. It's this one right here. Very pretty. Oh, come on. I thought one of these was going to be like more brownish. And then this one is called La Bonbon, which is this one that is like very bright pink, like a cool pink. So I think the one that I'm going to use is going to be this one, which is called Archival, not sure. I'm going to grab some. Okay, before we do that, let's do bronzer. I'm going to use the Dalton Endless Summer bronzer, and I believe that's the shade. This is really nice, by the way. It's a very neutral shade. So I'm going to apply some on the brush. Or maybe this is not the right brush for it. Oh lordy, what did I do? Okay, this is the foundation brush. Let me try to fix that. There we go. I like it because it's not very warm. I think that it's more neutral. And it definitely a stiffer brush works better than a fluffy one. As you can see, this one is the BK Beauty 101. I think Dalton is it's very underrated. It's a really nice brand. So I don't think the foundation was pore blurring at all. My pores are very, very, very visible. The powder was also not pore blurring. I think that yeah, my pores are saying here I am. Happy New Year, I'm still with you. So let's try the blush now. I'm going to attempt to use this brush again. This is by Alter Ego. It's the number 3 blush, the number 3 brush. And I'm just swiping it, and let's see what we can do. Oh my goodness, this brush is no bueno. Yeah, it's just dumping like everything in one place. I just hate swiping it because sometimes it pulls up your foundation, but usually if I use a little bit of powder beforehand, I don't have that problem. As you can see, it's very pretty. This is very pretty and subtle. So we're gonna leave it like that for now. We're gonna work on the eyes. So I already primed my eyes, and I use the Sigma Beauty, the eye primer, this one right here. This is in Ignite, and I like this. It's not too sticky. It does a great job of covering any veining or redness or anything discoloration you have in your lids, and your eye makeup will last all day. All right, and then the palette that I'm going to be using today is a new one by e.l.f. And this one is called Keep It Ethereal. I used this the other day, and the mattes were amazing. I feel like the shimmers really faded during the day. By the time I went to go take my makeup off, which was probably like 8 hours, 8-9 hours after I applied it, this shimmer was barely there. So today I brought some glitter glue with me, and I'm gonna see if it works better with the glitter glue, and also if it gives it a little more pop, because I felt like they were kind of muted when I put it on. So I'm gonna start with this one right here, which is, they don't have names, so I have no idea. But I thought the mattes were really nice. It was just the shimmers that were a little lacking. So did you guys tell me a little bit about your Christmas? Did you guys have a good one? that you spend time with family. We always have Christmas at my sister's house. I live in a Christmas Eve. Our big day is Christmas Eve. We call it Nochebuena. And that's when, even in Cuba, that was the day that you have the biggest celebration. And in Cuba, we really don't celebrate on the 25th. When the kids get their gifts are on January 6th, which is when the three kings brought the gifts to Jesus, to baby Jesus. So that is when we have, you know, Nochebuena, which is the 24th, and then January 6th, which is the Epiphany. So anyway, we had a really nice one. The family got together, and it was nice. And then on Christmas morning, we always, and we've been doing this for years, we always have a brunch at my daughter's house. And I feel kind of bad because I used to do a lot more. It feels like we pretty much did like 50-50 as far as, you know, fixing the food and everything like that for the brunch. And since my back has been like, if I do a lot of standing and things like that you need to do, especially if you're gonna do like a big meal for family, you know, for a big group, by the time that the event comes around, I am dead. I'm gonna use this darker brown now. And I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use this one by REPHR. This is the 01. So she's taken it on that, you know, and she does like 99% of it. I usually just buy something at a bakery. But I really don't cook. I used to make the frittata. I used to do the ham. And she's doing all of that now. And it makes me feel kind of bad. And I know that, listen, I know that she's cool with it because she just wants me to enjoy and be able to function, and she doesn't mind doing it, and she loves the get together. It's not like a sacrifice for her or that, you know, there's any kind of resentment on her part. But I still feel bad because I feel like I should be able to do more. But anyway, we did end up, what did I get for the brunch? Oh, my husband, no, that was New Year's Eve. What did we get for the brunch? I got the stuff from the bakery. I brought like appetizers from the bakery and a dessert. But she also does New Year's Eve at her house, and she loves doing that. And I used to be able to help more with hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that. So now I try to help, but I haven't been able to do as much. And usually it's just purchasing something. So my husband did make a pork roast, and that was Cuban style pork roast, and that was really, really good. And then I got a cake from Publix, one of their fancy cakes that they make. It was the red velvet, which is my favorite kind of cake. I usually like, if you guys have Publix's, have you ever had the chantilly cake? That's amazing, but they didn't have that. I didn't think about, you know, ordering it ahead of time. Right, so now I'm going to use a little bit of this one right here. I'm going to use it with my finger, and I'm going to do it like right here towards the end. Oh, I didn't put my, see, I can't talk and do this, guys. I'm going to use a little bit of the glitter glue. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, find a little spot. This is a new tube. The other one, I didn't run out, but it was old, so I kind of threw it away. I'm going to take this little flat brush. This is from Elf. And I'm just going to put some glitter glue like over here in the center of my lid. But anyway, New Year's Eve was very nice. I missed my son and the little one and his wife. And my his stepdaughter, because I went to Colombia to go see her dad. So, you know, I missed not having them, but I mean, I totally understand. So anyways, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and take that same brown and kind of like pat it right here. And I think the glitter glue is actually going to help. That is a very pretty bronze. My camera disconnected. So anyway, that's a very, very pretty bronze. So I don't know if you heard the part that my son went to with his wife and the baby and her daughter. They went to Colombia. She went to go see her father. Her dad lives in Colombia. And she hasn't seen him in, I think it's like about a year. So, you know, I totally understand where she wants to go spend time with him. Now I'm going to use this lighter shade right here. The second one. In my inner corner. But, you know, I missed them. Even though we FaceTime a lot and things like that, you know, still. I totally understand. I get to see him all the time and the baby all the time. So I understand where she wants to, you know, be with her dad. When your kids get married, you need to, you know, you have to share. It's still hard not to be around them. So I'm just going to blend over here. The colors look a lot brighter today, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to last. I'm going to grab a little bit of this one right here. It's like a pinky brown, and just for the edge. And these palettes are $10, and they have quite a few of them that they just released. Quite a few color stories. But there was one that was more like rosy tones that I also liked a lot, but I thought this one was beautiful. All right, so I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to take the darkest color, and I'm going to bring it down to my lower lash line. It has actually, the weather has actually been cooler the last couple of days, and like for the next week it's going to be like in the 40s. And the high is going to be like 50s and 60s, which is so nice. I love it. Alright, I'm going to take this Persona eyeliner. This is in the shade. This is a 24-hour waterproof eye pencil. And it's in the shade Bronze. I hope it doesn't need to be sharpened. It does. Hold on. I have my little handy sharpener here. This is a nice sharpener. This is from Ulta. And you actually have like every size of pencil that you could possibly have. I need to wipe it down. And then it stays, the garbage stays in there until you empty it. But it's a nice pencil sharpener, and it's actually not very expensive. I'm keeping it very close to my lash line. And these pencils are really, really good. These really do last a long time. Since my blush was a little pinkier than I thought, I have this one, Laura Mercier. I've had this for a long time. I don't think that you can find it anymore. But it's like a blush topper, highlighter. And this is in the shade Sensation. But it's really pretty when you put it on. It's like a little bronzy. I'm going to use this one, the one I use for powder. I'm just going to grab a little bit just to make it like a little bronzy. Like a blush topper that is going to give me a little more bronziness than the blush that I used. It's really beautiful. Look at the embossment. It's roses. So, so pretty. It's too dark for me to use it as a highlighter, but I think as a blush topper and slash, you know, highlighter kind of thing, I think it looks very, very pretty. I'm going to finish my brows with this NYX brow glue. I love the small brush. And this is the first time I used this, but I've heard some really good reviews on it. And this is in dark brown. My brows are actually not very unruly. You know, once in a while I get one of those crazy ones that likes to go, it's, you know, in its own direction, but most of the time my brows behave. Okay, the mascara I'm going to use today is going to be the Fenty Beauty one. And I'm trying to finish off some mascaras that I own, because I always like trying new ones. And I don't want my good mascaras to go to waste. I told myself no new mascaras until I use up some of these that are open already. This is a really nice mascara, by the way. This one doesn't dry very quickly, so it gives you time to build it up before it dries. Once the mascara dries, I got some of my lid, but I find that once a mascara dries, it's hard to build it up. So I'm gonna finish the mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so I used the Thrive. I also have a couple of these that I need to finish up, and I used it on my lower lash line. So let me take a little spoolie and remove. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a small brush like this one right here. This one is from, I don't know, it's OBH Cosmetics. Wow, oldie but goodie. And I'm gonna take the dark brown and I'm just gonna try to build it out here a little bit. If you're new to my channel, this spot right here is not the eyeshadow, it's my lid. That spot does not ever want to take, I'm going to clean the brush on my hand. And I'm going to take a little bit of this one right here, the lighter one, and just put it in my inner corner. It's the same one that I have right by the inner corner, so just making it a little brighter there. Alright, so that mascara did a really nice job. The Fenty mascara is a pretty one. And for lips, I'm going to use this lip liner by Maybelline, and it's a number 115 Totally Toffee. So I went ahead and I filled my lips with the liner, and I have two different glosses here. This lip balms, it's the Butter Bliss lip balms by Moira, and this is in the shade Summer Bliss, which has very little color, but it has like a little bit of shimmer. And then this one is called Everything Nice, and I think I want to use this one because it's got more of brown. I squeezed way too much. So I think that's very pretty. So this is my Mocha look. So I want to go ahead and spray my face with a little bit of this. This is the M Cosmetics Divine Waters. This is so good and it smells amazing. It is not going to be a setting spray that is going to make your makeup last forever, but it's a hydrating spray. You can use a setting spray if you need to refresh your face, or without makeup you can just use it. Smells amazing, it has good ingredients. I love M Cosmetics, so I just think it just gives you like a prettier glow. And yeah, this is my Mocha. So this is my version of the Mocha look. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like the look? Do you think it's pretty? I think it's pretty. I think that the choice for this year was a good one. Last year it was like a peach, which I was going to create a look with that because I like peaches. Not peaches of fruit. I like peaches of fruit. Never mind. I like the peach eyeshadow looks, blushes, lipstick, but I never got around to it. But this year when they said Mocha Mousse, I said, that's definitely up my alley. I have so many palettes that I can go with. So I love the new shades from Merit. Thank you so much, Merit, for sending these to me. I absolutely love them. And even though they're minis, these will last you forever. You don't need a lot. These are very hydrating. They look very pretty on the skin. They're very mature skin friendly. And yeah, they're gorgeous. So I will link them below in case you're interested. I love the shades, especially the ones that my two favorite ones. Let me see. It's this one, the red one. That is so pretty. Which is Postmodern. And then the one that I'm wearing, Archival, I don't know. Which is like a mauve. It almost looked more neutral. It's like a neutral mauve color. Really, really beautiful. But these are easy to apply. They look very nice. I mean, it does look a lot glowier because I used that Laura Mercier. But I think it's pretty. Let me try putting on a little bit of this powder on top. See if I can take a little bit of the shine off. It does say it's a finishing powder, so let's see. Yeah, it kind of like took a little bit of the shine off. You see one side and the other. So still glowy, but not as much. I don't know. I have to get back to you on that powder. It wasn't an instant love at first wear. But I think I need to use it a little more before I can tell you how I love it. I think it did a nice job of bringing down the glow a little bit, but it's still letting some of the glow through. So I like that. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Remember to keep a lookout on the video that I'm going to be doing 2025 goals, and just talk a little bit about my channel, because that one will be the one that is going to have the giveaway. And I don't want to say giveaway in the title because I don't want people to just come for the giveaway. I want this giveaway to be for those of you that support me always. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I can't wait to get to know you better through the comments. And I will see you on my next video, guys. Bye. Mwah.